The sun was just rising over the horizon, casting a soft golden light across the cities of Earth. From space, the planet looked peaceful, blue oceans, green lands, and white clouds swirling gently across the surface. But beneath this calm, a storm was brewing. A storm that had been silently growing for decades. In a high-security command center deep beneath the surface of Europe, General Aaron Talos stood over a massive holographic map. Thousands of dots moved across the stars, converging toward the solar system. The alien fleet was coming. "They still have not responded," said Commander Lyra Vey, her voice calm but tense. She tapped her tablet, bringing up the last transmission they had sent. General Talos's face was hard and weathered. "They will respond in their own way," he said. "Or they will not. Either way, we must be ready." The last warning had been sent 12 hours ago. Humanity had tried everything. Diplomatic channels, encrypted messages, peaceful appeals. All ignored. Earth's message had been clear. Turn back now or face consequences you cannot imagine. In the alien eyes, it seemed, there was only arrogance. They believed themselves invincible. They had no idea that humanity had been quietly preparing for centuries, advancing technology in ways that no other civilization could imagine. Far above the planet, satellites and space stations hummed with activity. Engineers and scientists worked tirelessly to ensure every defense system was ready. The Earth Defense Grid, a network of satellites. Drones and weapon platforms had been upgraded to levels previously thought impossible. "We have their trajectory," said Dr. Amara Chin, a leading scientist on the project. "They expect to reach Earth in 72 hours. If they ignore our warning, they will find we are not defenseless." Talos nodded. "Good. Prepare everything. Every city, every station, every weapon must be ready. We will give them one more chance." Meanwhile, on the surface, ordinary humans went about their daily lives, unaware of the danger approaching. Children played in parks, workers walked to their jobs, and families enjoyed breakfast together. Yet in every corner of Earth there was a quiet tension, a feeling that something monumental was about to happen. On the edge of the Pacific Ocean, a research vessel floated silently, its crew watching the sky for unusual activity. Captain Ria Salvan looked at the horizon and then up at the stars. "They are coming," she said softly. Her crew nodded, feeling a mixture of fear and excitement. They knew the stories of alien civilizations, of fleets that had conquered entire worlds. But they also knew the story of humanity, of resilience, of ingenuity, of survival against impossible odds. Back at the command center, the holographic display flickered. A single message appeared from the alien fleet. The text was simple, almost arrogant. "Your warning is meaningless. Prepare to be conquered." A silence fell over the room. Talos clenched his fist. "So they have chosen arrogance over reason. Then we will show them what humans are capable of." Dr. Chin adjusted her glasses and tapped a series of controls. "Our defenses are ready, General. The new drones, energy shields, and stealth ships are all operational. We have prepared for this exact moment." Lyra Vey stepped closer. "And the civilians?" she asked. "Evacuation plans?" Talos's expression softened slightly. "Evacuations are in place, but we cannot save everyone. Some must fight, and they will fight with the courage of every human who ever stood for their home." In a hidden laboratory under the mountains of South America, scientists worked on secret projects even more advanced. Ships capable of instantaneous movement, energy weapons that could disable engines without harming life, and systems that could predict enemy strategy before it happened. These technologies were humanity's secret advantage. Dr. Chin's assistant, a young engineer named Kieran, whispered, "Do you really think this will work?" Amara Chin smiled. "It must. Humanity has no other choice." Meanwhile, the alien fleet moved closer. Their ships were massive, covered in armor that reflected the light of distant stars. Each vessel pulsed with power, engines glowing as they cut through space. They were confident, certain of their superiority. To them, Earth was just another planet to be conquered, another species to be enslaved or destroyed. Back on Earth, families gathered around communication screens, watching as news outlets showed live updates from space. Scientists explained in simple terms what was happening, trying to prepare the public without causing panic. "Do not fear," said one reporter. "Our leaders and scientists are doing everything to protect us. Humanity has faced crises before, and we have always survived. This will be no different." Children looked at the sky in wonder. imagining what the fleet might look like up close. Few could understand the danger, but all could feel the tension. There was a strange mix of fear and awe, of dread and hope. At the command center, Talos and his team reviewed every possible scenario. "They will test our defenses first," he said. "They always do. But we are ready. Every city is shielded, every weapon is armed. We will not fall easily." Lirave looked at the holographic map. "They still ignore the warning. It is as if they do not believe we could challenge them." Talos shook his head. "That is their mistake. They do not know humanity. They do not know our ingenuity, our spirit, or our will to survive. They will learn soon enough." As night fell across the planet, a strange quiet settled. The stars shone brightly. The oceans reflected the moonlight, and Earth seemed peaceful once again. Yet beneath this calm, humanity prepared for a storm that could change the galaxy forever. In the final hours before contact, scientists, soldiers, and ordinary citizens worked together in ways never seen before. Teams coordinated evacuations, repaired ships, and fine-tuned defense systems. Every human contribution, no matter how small, was a part of the larger plan. Captain Rhea Salvin looked out over her ship's deck. "This is it," she said. "Everything we've worked for comes down to these next few hours. But I believe we can do it. We have to." And then, from the depths of space, the alien fleet came into view. Massive ships stretched across the horizon. Engines glowing, weapons primed. They moved with confidence, certain that the planet below would fall quickly. On Earth, the final warning had been ignored. The alien fleet believed victory was assured. But humans, united and prepared, waited silently for the first move. Dr. Amara Chin watched the approaching ships on her screen, heart steady but mind racing. "They have no idea," she said. "They have no idea what we are capable of." And somewhere deep in the command center, General Talos allowed himself a small, grim smile. Humanity had given its warning. Now it was time to see if the galaxy understood the strength of Earth's people. Above all, beyond the fear and tension, one truth shone brightly. Humans never gave up. Humans never surrendered, and humans, as the alien fleet would soon discover, were a force unlike any other in the galaxy. The first part of the story ends with the calm before the storm, the tension of anticipation, and the knowledge that the coming encounter would change everything. The aliens had ignored the warning. Humanity was ready, and the galaxy would soon witness the unyielding spirit of Earth. The stars above Earth shimmered silently, yet in the blackness of space a shadow grew. Thousands of alien ships approached, stretching across the solar system like a living mechanical storm. Their engines glowed with a strange blue light, reflecting off the planets as if warning them of the coming destruction. From the command center, General Aaron Talos and his team watched every movement with sharp eyes. The massive alien vessels were faster than expected, but not fast enough. Every maneuver had been predicted by Earth's advanced defense algorithms. "They're entering the outer orbit," Commander Lirave reported, her voice steady. "Outer defense stations are in position. Weapon systems are online." Dr. Amara Chin monitored the energy readings from the alien ships. "Their shields are strong, yes, but their energy output is predictable. If we time it right, we can neutralize their propulsion systems before they reach Earth's orbit." Talos nodded. "Good, begin the deployment. All drones, satellites, and stealth ships activate immediately. Let them see the strength of humanity." In orbit around Earth, dozens of stealth ships launched simultaneously. Their sleek frames glided past satellites and debris, almost invisible against the darkness of space. Each ship carried weapons designed to exploit weaknesses in alien armor: plasma disruptors, ion pulse beams, and advanced missiles capable of disabling entire systems with precision. On the surface, cities across the globe followed strict protocols. Citizens were moved to safe zones, underground bunkers, and reinforced shelters. Traffic flowed efficiently under the guidance of AI systems that ensured no delays, no confusion. Every detail had been planned, every emergency anticipated. Yet even in the midst of careful preparation, fear lingered. People watched the sky as news broadcasts displayed live feeds from satellites and deep space scanners. The alien ships were massive, each one capable of obliterating entire cities, and still, humanity did not panic. Captain Rhea Salvin stood on the bridge of her research vessel, now converted into a mobile command station. "All systems ready," she reported to General Talos via a secure link. "We can engage if needed. Our drones are in position and the stealth ships are ready to deploy. This fleet will not underestimate us for long. Talos's voice came through, calm but commanding. Remember, Captain, we are not here only to defend. We are here to show them that Earth is not an easy target. Every move must be precise. Far from the battlefield, the alien commanders discussed their plans. They had observed Earth's transmissions, dismissed its warnings, and now believed victory was guaranteed. The humans are small, primitive. One alien officer said, its voice distorted through translation devices. They cannot possibly defend against our full might. Prepare the energy cannons. The planet will surrender within hours, another officer sneered. Our sensors show their weapons are outdated. Their shields will not withstand a direct assault. This is a simple conquest. They had no idea how wrong they were. The first skirmish began at the edge of the asteroid belt. A small alien ship scouting ahead of the main fleet moved toward a satellite array. Instantly, Earth's drones detected the vessel. Target acquired, said Dr. Chin, launching interceptors. From hidden bays, drones shot into space like swarms of metallic wasps. They circled the alien ship, analyzing its shields and weaknesses. Then, with perfect coordination, they fired a series of plasma disruptors. The alien ship shuddered as its engines faltered, sparks flying from its hull. Within minutes, it was disabled, drifting silently into the void. The first victory was small but significant. The alien fleet was not invincible. It could be challenged. Talos watched the monitors, a grim satisfaction on his face. They will learn soon enough. This is only the beginning. Meanwhile, humans on Earth felt a surge of hope. Children no longer feared the sky. Citizens no longer trembled at every shadow. They realized their species, united and determined, could face this threat. On the alien fleet's command ship, alarms began to blare. "How is this possible?" one officer demanded. "We are the superior force. This should not happen." Their confusion only grew as Earth stealth ships began to strike. Ships disappeared and reappeared in different positions, firing precision shots at alien engines, shields, and communication arrays. Every maneuver was unexpected. Every attack calculated. Humanity had studied them, understood them, and now exploited their weaknesses. Captain Salvan's voice rang over the communication channels. "Stealth units are engaging the main fleet. Focus on the engines. Do not destroy life unless necessary. Our goal is control and deterrence." The alien commanders panicked. Their pride and overconfidence had blinded them to the skill and strategy of their opponents. In space, a human drone squadron approached a larger alien ship, one that carried hundreds of smaller attack vessels. The drones split into coordinated formations, using electromagnetic pulses to disable the ship's engines. The alien vessel shuddered violently as its systems failed one by one. On Earth, celebrations were muted but felt everywhere. The first signs of victory had arrived. Humanity, united and determined, had challenged an empire. Back at the command center, Dr. Chin and Talos analyzed every movement. "They are regrouping," she said. "Expect a counterattack soon, but we have their patterns. We can predict most of their maneuvers." Talos nodded. "Then we stay ready. Humanity does not fight blindly. We strike with precision and we do not surrender." As the alien fleet pressed forward, they realized the humans were not only defending, they were leading the battle. Drones disabled weapons before they could fire. Stealth ships disrupted communications and energy shields protected key cities. The aliens were stunned. Every strategy they had used against other worlds failed against Earth. A young communications officer, barely 20 years old, whispered in disbelief. They're actually doing it. They're beating the fleet." Talos looked at her calmly. "No, they are learning what humans are capable of. And that is just the beginning." On a distant moon, an alien admiral gathered the remaining ships. "We underestimated them," it said. "They are not primitive. They are clever, coordinated, and resourceful. Adjust the attack immediately. Do not allow this to continue." But it was too late. Humanity had already adapted. Every alien move was anticipated. Every weakness exploited. The humans moved with unity, precision, and courage that no other species could match. As the sun set over Earth, the battle continued in orbit above. Lasers and energy beams lit up the darkness, turning space into a canvas of light and movement. Yet on the planet below, people slept peacefully in shelters, safe under shields and protective systems. They had trusted humanity's leaders, and the trust was justified. Captain Salvin looked at the chaos in space with pride. "They still think they can win," she said. "They still think we are weak. But we are not weak. We are humans, and humans never back down." By the end of the first full day of combat, the alien fleet was no longer advancing. Ships were damaged, communication lines disrupted, and morale among their ranks plummeted. The humans had shown not only strength but ingenuity, turning the battle in ways the aliens had never imagined. Talos turned to his team. "This is the first step. They came believing they would conquer. Now they know we are not so easily defeated. Let them see what Earth can do when united. Let them learn that humans are not a species to underestimate." The first day ended with humanity holding the line. Victory was not yet complete, but the message had been sent. Earth was not defenseless. Humanity would fight, and humanity would win if it had to. And somewhere, deep in space, the alien fleet realized that underestimating humans was the greatest mistake it had ever made. The alien fleet drifted above Earth like a storm of steel and light, yet it was no longer moving with confidence. For the first time, the invaders hesitated. Their advanced sensors and weapons, which had defeated countless civilizations before, struggled against humanity's ingenuity. The humans were unpredictable, clever, and united. In the command center, General Aaron Talos observed the fleet with calm determination. "They expected us to panic," he said, "but humans never panic. They expected us to surrender, but we do not surrender. Today they will learn the cost of underestimating Earth." Dr. Amara Chin adjusted a control panel, sending precise calculations to the orbiting ships. "Our stealth units are ready for the next phase. They've taken their first hits, and they do not understand how quickly we can adapt. Now it is time to take the fight to them." Above Earth, stealth ships slipped through the shadows of the alien fleet, invisible to all but the most advanced sensors. Each ship carried new weapons, ion disruptors, magnetic pulses, and targeting systems that anticipated alien moves before they were executed. Every strike was calculated, precise, and devastating to the enemy's strategy. Captain Rhea Salvin stood on the bridge of her flagship, watching the alien vessels with quiet pride. "Focus on their engines," she instructed. "We need to slow their movement, break their formations, and give them a taste of human intelligence." The first strike came without warning. An alien cruiser, proud and massive, glowed with energy as it prepared to fire on Earth's defense satellites. In a blink, human stealth ships emerged from invisible positions, unleashing magnetic pulses that disabled the cruiser's propulsion systems. Sparks and fire erupted across its hull, and it began to drift helplessly. The humans did not destroy life unnecessarily. Their goal was control, strategy, and survival. Yet the aliens were unprepared for this methodical precision. Panic spread across their ranks. Ships collided, energy beams misfired, and communication lines faltered. "This is not possible," one alien commander hissed through the translator device. "They are too clever. They anticipate every move." Back on Earth, ordinary citizens watched live feeds with a mixture of fear and amazement. Children pressed their faces against screens, marveling at the tiny shapes of human stealth ships darting across the void. Adults whispered in disbelief, realizing that their species was capable of greatness beyond imagination. Talos addressed the command center staff. "They believe in power through intimidation. We believe in intelligence, unity, and courage. This is our advantage. Every calculation, every maneuver, every human life matters." The battle intensified. Humans deployed new tactics that the alien fleet had never encountered. Drones moved in swarms, disabling multiple enemy ships simultaneously. Stealth fighters struck from unexpected angles, disrupting shield generators. Energy beams were fired not to destroy but to immobilize, turning once powerful ships into floating debris. In the chaos of space, human ingenuity shone brightest. Engineers on orbiting stations recalibrated satellites in real time to redirect energy pulses. AI systems predicted alien movements with astonishing accuracy. Even minor errors on the alien side became opportunities for humans to turn the tide. On the surface, people joined in their own ways. Civilians operated remote-controlled drones, coordinated logistics, and supported defense systems from underground command centers. Each human contribution, no matter how small, added to the overwhelming advantage of strategy over brute force. Dr. Amara Chin looked at the readouts of the alien energy shields. "Their systems are beginning to fail under sustained pressure," she said. Their arrogance blinded them to the fact that intelligence and creativity can overcome raw power. Captain Salvin gave orders to the stealth fleet. Prepare for a coordinated strike. Focus on the lead ships. If we can disable their command vessels, the rest will falter. This is the turning point. In the heart of the alien fleet, their admirals realized that the humans were not ordinary opponents. They had never faced an enemy capable of anticipating their strategies and turning their own technology against them. Fear began to creep into their ranks. They are adapting too quickly, one officer admitted. We cannot predict their next move. Every strike is precise, every response calculated. This is unlike anything we've faced. The humans struck again. A human stealth squadron targeted the largest alien warship, a vessel twice the size of Earth's largest moonbound station. Using electromagnetic pulses and ion disruptors, they disabled its engines and weapon systems within minutes. The massive ship, once a symbol of alien might, floated helplessly in space. Talos allowed himself a small, satisfied smile. Let them see that size and firepower do not guarantee victory. Humanity is not defined by its ships, but by its will to survive and its creativity. As night fell on Earth, the battle continued, yet the alien fleet's confidence had been broken. Ships moved cautiously, communications faltered, and their formations were no longer perfect. Humans had turned the tide with strategy, precision, and unity. Captain Salvin watched the stars streak with energy beams and drones moving like coordinated swarms. We are changing the rules of this fight, she said to her crew. They will not recover from this. They cannot match human adaptability. Even in space, the aliens began to recognize the mistake they had made by underestimating humans. Their fleet, vast and advanced, was faltering against a species they had believed to be primitive and weak. Meanwhile, on Earth, people began to believe in something larger than fear. Schools continued in underground shelters. Families shared meals while watching updates, and scientists worked tirelessly on refining strategies. Humanity's spirit, once tested by countless disasters, now shone brightest in the face of a galactic threat. Dr. Chin's assistant, Kieran, looked at the monitors with wide eyes. They didn't expect this, did they? Amara Chin shook her head. No, they never did. And that is why humans can win. We do not rely on size, power, or arrogance. We rely on courage, intelligence, and cooperation. That is something no alien fleet can overcome quickly. As the hours passed, the alien fleet tried to regroup, but every move was anticipated. Each attempt to regain advantage was met with precision counterattacks. Ships were immobilized, weapons disabled, and communication lines hacked. Humans had not only defended, they had taken control of the battle. Captain Salvin transmitted a message to the alien commanders. Your arrogance brought you here. Your underestimation brought you to the edge. You cannot win through power alone. Humans are a species that adapts, learns, and survives. Turn back now or face the consequences. The aliens paused. For the first time, they hesitated. Their arrogance had been shattered, replaced by fear and confusion. Humanity had turned the tide, proving that intelligence, strategy, and unity could overcome even the greatest physical advantage. In the command center, Talos turned to his team. This is the moment we've trained for. The turning point is here. Continue to strike with precision. Keep them off balance. Show them that Earth will never bow to fear or force. As the night stretched across the globe, the battle in space reached a crescendo. Humans, small in number but mighty in spirit, continued their assault, exploiting weaknesses and demonstrating the power of strategy over sheer force. For the first time, the galaxy could witness what humanity was capable of, not just survival but triumph against overwhelming odds. The alien fleet had underestimated them, and now they would pay the price. By the end of the day, reports came in. Several alien warships were disabled. Key communication hubs were offline, and the fleet's morale was shattered. The humans had not only survived, they had proven that Earth was a planet not to be conquered lightly. Dr. Chin looked at Talos. We've reached the turning point. If we continue like this, the aliens will have no choice but to retreat. Talos nodded, his gaze steady. Then we push forward. The galaxy will remember today. Humanity has shown that intelligence, courage, and unity are stronger than arrogance and power. And somewhere among the stars, the alien fleet realized that Earth was not a weak planet. Humanity was not a primitive species. They had underestimated the human spirit, ingenuity, and will to survive. The turning point had arrived. Humanity had seized it, and the battle for Earth, while far from over, would never be the same again. Above the Earth, the alien fleet floated in confusion. Their ships were damaged, engines flickering, shields failing in places. Once confident and arrogant, the invaders now hesitated, unsure of what to do next. Their strategies had failed, their formations broken, and their pride shattered. In the command center, General Aaron Talos watched the alien fleet through holographic displays. His expression was calm but determined. "They believe they are still in control," he said. "They do not realize how close they are to defeat." Dr. Amara Chin leaned over a console, her fingers moving quickly across controls. "They have no idea what is coming," she said. "Our final system is ready. If we act now, we can neutralize the entire fleet without unnecessary destruction." Captain Rhea Salvin stood on the bridge of her flagship, watching her stealth ships glide silently through the void. "All units, prepare for the main strike," she ordered. "Focus on precision. Our target is not just survival, it is to teach them the cost of underestimating Earth." In hidden laboratories under the mountains and oceans of Earth, humans worked tirelessly. The final weapon, a system designed to exploit alien technology weaknesses, had been kept secret for decades. Its goal was not to destroy life, but to neutralize the invaders completely, making them incapable of continuing their assault. Back in orbit, stealth ships positioned themselves around the largest alien warships. Each human unit synchronized with a network of satellites and drones. Every movement was calculated with mathematical precision. Humans had learned every pattern of alien behavior from the previous encounters, predicting every response before it happened. "This is it," said Dr. Chin, her voice steady despite the tension. "Once we activate the system, there will be no room for error. Every alien vessel will be affected. They will vanish from this space as if they never arrived." Talos nodded. "Do it." On the alien side, confusion turned into panic. Communications were failing. Engines malfunctioned unpredictably and sensors no longer worked reliably. They had never faced a species capable of such coordinated precision, such intelligent strategy. Every attempt to counterattack only made things worse. Captain Salvin's fleet launched the final sequence. Energy pulses flowed from the stealth ships, traveling through satellites and drones. The pulses were tuned to exploit the alien ship's unique power sources and technology. As the system activated, the alien fleet shuddered. Lights flickered across hulls, engines failed, and entire warships froze in place. "Status report," demanded one alien admiral, its voice trembling with panic. "Why are our ships—" Before it could finish, the first major vessel vanished. One moment it floated silently in space. The next, it was gone, leaving behind only a faint shimmer of residual energy. Confusion spread instantly. Sensors were useless. Communications were impossible. Ships attempted to move, but they were trapped in invisible chains of precision energy, neutralized by human technology. Another one, Salvin called as another massive alien ship, disappeared. "Focus on the lead vessels." Drones adjusted their positions, targeting the remaining command ships. Each alien vessel vanished in turn, one after another, as if erased from the galaxy itself. The alien fleet had gone from confidence to complete paralysis in a matter of minutes. In the command center, Talos allowed himself a rare moment of satisfaction. "They ignored our warning," he said quietly. "They believed themselves invincible, and now they are gone." Dr. Chin smiled, though her eyes never left the monitors. "Humanity has proven its strength, not just in force but in intelligence, unity, and precision. They never saw it coming, and they never will." On Earth, people felt the sudden calm. Monitors that had displayed streams of alien ships now showed empty space. Reports came in, the fleet had vanished. No explosions, no casualties. Only a quiet, unbelievable disappearance that left scientists and leaders alike astonished. Even ordinary citizens began to realize the truth. They looked to the sky, aware of what had just occurred. Humanity had not only defended its planet, they had neutralized a galactic threat without bloodshed, using strategy, innovation, and the power of cooperation. Captain Salvin turned to her crew. "They thought they could conquer us. They thought they could ignore our warning. They were wrong. Never forget this day. Humanity has proven its strength." In the alien fleet's command ship, the highest-ranking officers tried desperately to regain control. Systems failed, engines frozen, communication lines dead. Their arrogance had cost them everything. Ships that were meant to conquer worlds were now helpless, transported to distant, unknown regions of space, their crews unable to act. "This cannot be," one alien whispered, horror in its translated voice. "How?" But there was no answer. The humans had won without a traditional battle. They had used intelligence, precision, and innovation to achieve what brute force alone could never accomplish. Back on Earth, celebrations were quiet but profound. Families hugged, soldiers allowed themselves smiles for the first time in days, and scientists quietly cheered in their labs. Humanity had survived, and it had triumphed, not just against the alien fleet but against fear itself. Talos addressed the command center one final time. "The fleet is gone. Our planet is safe, but this is more than a victory, it is a statement. Humanity is not weak. Humanity is not primitive. We are a force that will be respected in the galaxy," Dr. Chin added, "and let this serve as a lesson, not just to any who may attack, but to ourselves. Unity, intelligence, and courage are our greatest strengths. The galaxy will remember Earth now, and we will never forget what we are capable of." Captain Salvin looked out over the stars. "They ignored the warning," she said softly. "And they vanished instantly. Let this be a message to the entire universe. Do not underestimate humans." In the days that followed, satellites scanned space, confirming the fleet's disappearance. Humanity did not seek revenge, nor did it gloat. Their goal had been defense, and the planet was safe. Yet the story of Earth's ingenuity and courage spread across the globe. Scientists published reports, leaders gave speeches, and ordinary people celebrated quietly in their homes. Children who had feared the sky now looked upward with wonder. Families who had taken shelter now returned to the streets with cautious joy. Humanity had survived an encounter that could have ended their species, and had done so with intelligence, precision, and care. Dr. Chin and Talos met in the command center for the first time since the fleet vanished. "It's over," Talos said. "They will think twice before attacking again." Amara Chin nodded. "Yes, but we must remain vigilant. This is a warning, yes, but also a reminder that preparation, courage, and unity are our true weapons." Captain Salvin joined them, her face lit by the glow of monitors showing the empty expanse of space. "Humanity has proven itself today, but the galaxy is vast. There may be others watching, learning. We have made our mark. Let them know. Earth is not to be conquered." And somewhere, in distant corners of the galaxy, the alien fleet's remaining vessels floated helplessly. Their arrogance had been shattered, their confidence destroyed. They had underestimated humanity, and now they had vanished, leaving behind only a lesson they would never forget. On Earth, a new respect for human ingenuity and spirit filled every heart. Scientists continued their research, engineers improved defenses, and people lived with the knowledge that their species had achieved something remarkable. Humanity had faced the unknown, confronted a superior force, and emerged victorious not through violence alone, but through intelligence, unity, and courage. The planet, peaceful once again under the glow of the sun and stars, had sent a message across the cosmos. Do not underestimate Earth, do not underestimate humans, and that message would echo for generations to come. The first light of dawn spread across Earth, touching mountains, oceans, and cities with golden warmth. For the first time in weeks, the planet felt completely still. The alien fleet that had threatened humanity with destruction had vanished, instantly, without a trace. Silence reigned, but it was the calm of victory, not fear. In the command center, General Aaron Talos looked at the monitors showing the empty reaches of space. His team had been awake for days, coordinating every movement, every strike, and every defense. Now they could finally breathe. "They are gone," he said simply, his voice carrying both relief and pride. "Earth is safe." Dr. Amara Chin leaned against a console, rubbing her eyes. "Safe, yes, but this is more than that. Humanity has proven its place in the galaxy. Today, the universe learned that humans are not to be underestimated." Talos nodded. "Let this victory remind everyone. Strength is not only measured by weapons, but by intelligence, courage, and unity. We defended our planet, yes, but we also sent a message." Captain Ria Salvan stood on her flagship's bridge, staring into the stars where the alien fleet had once hovered. "They ignored our warning," she said softly. and they vanished. Let this be a warning to the galaxy. Earth is protected. Humans are not weak. Across the globe, people began to emerge from shelters and bunkers. Families embraced, communities cheered, and children laughed for the first time in days. The fear that had gripped humanity was gone, replaced by pride and wonder. Humanity had faced a threat unlike any before, and it had not only survived, it had triumphed. In the months following the alien fleet's disappearance, Earth changed in subtle but profound ways. Defense systems were strengthened, research into advanced technology accelerated, and international cooperation reached levels never seen before. Humans had discovered that when united, they could achieve anything. Scientists who had worked in secrecy revealed new technologies, stealth systems, precision energy weapons, and propulsion methods that allowed instant relocation of ships. These discoveries were not for conquest but for protection. Humanity had learned that intelligence and preparation were their greatest strengths. On the diplomatic front, messages were sent across space, carefully crafted to ensure no unnecessary hostility but clear warning. Humanity had proven it could protect itself. Now other civilizations would recognize Earth as a planet not to be taken lightly. Children in schools learned about the events in history lessons, stories of courage, intelligence, and unity, inspiring the next generation. They studied the bravery of soldiers, the ingenuity of scientists, and the determination of ordinary citizens who had contributed to the defense. Captain Salvin visited classrooms virtually, sharing her experiences. "You may be small," she said to young students, "but your mind and your courage are your greatest weapons. Never doubt what humans are capable of." In the rebuilt cities, monuments were erected, not to honor war, but to celebrate human resilience. Statues depicted scientists and soldiers working side by side, civilians coordinating defense efforts, and children looking toward the stars. Humanity's victory had been collective, and its memory would inspire generations. Dr. Amara Chin reflected on the events with quiet satisfaction. "The aliens did not know what they were facing," she said to her team. "They relied on brute force. We relied on unity, creativity, and courage. That is what made the difference." Talos added, "And that is the lesson we must carry forward. Earth is strong not because of its weapons alone, but because of its people. The galaxy may test us again, but we are ready, and the universe will know it." Meanwhile, in distant corners of space, the alien fleet remained scattered, their pride and confidence shattered. Their arrogance had led them to underestimate humanity, and the consequences had been total. Ships that had once dominated star systems were now powerless, frozen in distant regions of space, a silent reminder of the price of hubris. Some alien civilizations, observing the events from afar, began to send emissaries to Earth. They came, not with weapons but with messages of curiosity and respect. Humanity had proven itself, not just as survivors but as a force to be reckoned with. The galaxy was beginning to understand that humans were more than they seemed, resourceful, intelligent, and united in ways that few could comprehend. On Earth, leaders convened in a special assembly. Plans were made to expand space exploration, strengthen defenses, and continue scientific advancement. The victory had shown that the universe was vast, but humanity was prepared to face it. General Talos addressed the assembly. "We have defended our home, but this is only the beginning. Humanity now has a responsibility, not only to protect Earth but to ensure peace and cooperation in the galaxy. Let our strength be a shield, not a weapon of aggression." Captain Salvin joined him. "And let our story inspire all humans. When we work together, when we combine courage, intelligence, and unity, we can achieve the impossible. The galaxy has learned today what we have always known. Humans are extraordinary." Dr. Chin added, "Science and innovation, courage, and unity. These are the marks of our species. We must continue to nurture them, for there will always be challenges. But we have proven that no challenge is too great when humans stand together." In towns, cities, and villages around the world, people shared stories of the defense. Ordinary, Citizens who had operated drones, guided supplies, or simply supported their communities were recognized as heroes. Humanity had won not just through technology, but through collective effort. Children looked up at the stars with wonder and hope. They imagined themselves as future scientists, pilots, and leaders. They saw that intelligence, courage, and cooperation could achieve miracles. The story of Earth's victory became a part of everyday life, a symbol of what humanity could accomplish when united. Across the globe, monuments were raised, not to celebrate destruction, but to honor human ingenuity and unity. Holographic displays showed coordinated efforts between scientists, soldiers, and civilians. Schools taught the lessons of preparation, strategy, and courage. Humanity's legend began to grow, not only as survivors, but as pioneers of a new era. Captain Salvin addressed her crew one last time. "We have shown the galaxy what humans can do, but our work continues. Exploration, discovery, and preparation are our responsibilities. Let every human remember today, the day the alien fleet vanished instantly because they underestimated us." Talos stood on the command center balcony, looking out at the planet below. "Earth is safe," he said quietly. "Humanity has proven its strength, its courage, and its unity. The universe has learned that humans are not to be ignored, and we will continue to grow, to explore, and to defend what is ours." Dr. Chin placed her hand on Talos's shoulder. "This victory is a beginning, not an end. The galaxy is vast and other challenges may come, but humanity has shown it can meet any threat, not through violence alone, but through intelligence, courage, and unity. That is our true power." The sun rose fully over Earth, bathing the planet in light. Cities bustled with life, oceans shimmered, and forests swayed gently in the wind. Humanity had survived a threat unlike any before, and in doing so, had proven its extraordinary spirit. In the depths of space, the remnants of the alien fleet drifted helplessly. Their arrogance had failed them, their assumptions about humanity had been wrong, and the universe had witnessed a lesson it would not forget. When humans unite, when they combine courage, intelligence, and strategy, they are unstoppable. Humanity looked to the stars not with fear, but with hope and determination. The galaxy had learned the power of unity, innovation, and courage. Earth had sent its message loud and clear. Humans are not weak. Humans are not primitive. Humans are extraordinary. And as the stars twinkled above, humanity began a new chapter, one of exploration, vigilance, and continued growth. The alien fleet's vanishing would be remembered not as a tale of destruction, but as a story of triumph, intelligence, and unity. The galaxy had seen the strength of Earth. Humanity had proven itself, and the legend of the planet that had defended itself with courage, intelligence, and unity would echo for generations to come.